Hello, and welcome to our first test and review lecture series for these ACT practice tests. Now, assuming that you've already gone through our curriculum videos, at this point we're going to actually work on getting some practice for the actual ACT exam. Now, in this next series, you'll be taking practice exams on your own, and then we'll be reviewing these exams in these coming videos. Now, we're going to actually split these videos up by English and reading tests and divide each test into about 2 parts. So today, we're going to tackle the English test of practice test 1, which ranges from pages 152 to page 210. This is for the entire test in your book. Now, in these videos, as we mentioned, we're going to review questions in greater detail, pausing at more difficult questions, just in order to make sure we understand specifically what's going on with the question. Now, in this particular video, we're going to be covering questions numbers 1 up until 35. So 1 through 35 for this video, and our part 2 video for this same test, we'll be reviewing questions 36 all the way up until 75. Now, without further ado, let's begin. So our first question on this English test deals with this sentence here, which reads that every year my high school hosts international exchange students, comma, those teenagers join our senior class. Now, if you remember from one of our earlier videos, this is a classic example of what we call a comma splice. We're connecting 2 full sentences with a comma, a run-on sentence. Now, clearly we're going to have to change something here. Now, if we're looking at our other options, students, comma, he or she is invited, well, here our pronouns aren't actually matching up with what they're referring to. Doesn't actually make sense either. We can cross out B. C, students who? Well, we know who refers to students. As such, we can see this does make sense. We deleted the run-on sentence and connected the 2 ideas. C works. Whereas D, again, run-on sentence, 2 different subjects here, starting off another sentence, again, not okay. Thus, we have our answer here is going to be C. Now, if we take a look at our second question, see here, last year, one of our school's exchange students being Ligia Antolinas. Well, here we see being isn't actually a verb. We review being as being a participle. So we need to actually find the option here that inserts a verb into the sentence, which we see in G. And we see here students, comma, named. Again, we don't have a verb going with this main part of the sentence here, as well as here students, we're not introducing a verb. Thus, leaving our answer here, it must be G. Now, if we take a look at question 3. Being Ligia Antolinas, who came from Bucaramanga, Colombia? Well, we see here, again, who does help here, because we know she is a person, Ligia is a person.